Hello everyone, let's get started. Today we will be understanding two important ectoparasites. We'll start with the first one, which is head louse, so that in one go we are able to understand these parasites. I'll be quickly going through the life cycle of these parasites. We all know that there is this parasite which is present on the human head, and it feeds on our blood, right? So we'll be understanding the different stages. We'll start with the stage which is the egg, or it's also known as the nit stage. In this stage, what happens is the adult, right over here, the adult head louse, which looks like this, really scary. Color of this head louse is usually grayish white in color. And what it does, it lays eggs on the human head. And those eggs, they are very, very tiny in size. They are oval. They are small, about 0.8 millimeter, and usually yellowish white in color, right? So I have illustration for that. So as you can see over here, this is the human hair shaft, and these are the eggs. This is how they attach. So what they do is they really produce a gelatinous, very sticky kind of material. Because of that, these eggs, they attach to the hair shaft, right? Okay, let me use the arrow so that I can show you this female is going to lay down the eggs, and these eggs, they will lie on the human hair shaft, right? So usually from the scalp, they will be above the scalp around 1 centimeter, and they will be attached to the human hair, right? And the color is yellowish white, and they cannot be easily brushed off, as I told you, because they are producing a sticky substance that will hold them there. Now hatching, we talk about hatching. It will take 6 to 9 days for these nit to hatch. So nit stage is the egg stage, right? And the next stage is the nymph stage. The important thing that I wanted to mention over here, that head louse undergoes incomplete metamorphosis. It's also known as hemimetabolous, and which means that young, they look like smaller version of the adults. Exactly, not much difference is there, right? So they will look like adults. So from this stage, they will move on to the nymph stage. And nymph stage, when the egg hatches, a tiny nymph is going to emerge. So this is the louse nymph. I'm going to move right over here. Okay, so this is the tiny nymph that is going to emerge from this particular egg, right? And that nymph further is going to undergo stages to actually become a adult. So the size of nymph is actually a pinhead, very, very small. To grow, it's going to feed on human blood, and then because of the source, nutrient source from the human blood, it's going to become larger in size. So there will be the growth, and it has to take blood several times a day. That's why the person is going to feel like kind of itching in the head all the time when the head louse is present. Molting basically is going to happen 3 times. So there will be 3 molts over the period of 7 to 10 days. After 7 to 10 days, what is going to happen? This basically is going to get converted into the adult, male and female, right? Very, very simple stage like this. So it's going to molt into 7 to 10 days, and then you will have adult. The size of adult, as I've already told you, they have 6 legs, and they have a very strong claws, because they actually need to feed on human blood, and they can lay down 6 to 10 eggs per day. And total, the female can lay down 100 to 150 eggs in her lifetime. The lifetime of this particular parasite is around 30 days. And another thing, they are also known as obligate parasite because they cannot survive without host. If this head louse gets removed from the human host, then it's going to only survive 24 to 48 hours because of the loss of the food, and also loss of the environment or the temperature condition that is being provided by the human head, right? So this is very, very important. And I must use that illustration, because the human illustration right over here, because we are studying human parasites. Okay, so that was the brief overview of the head louse. This is one of the important parasite of human body, and it's also known as Pediculus humanus capitis, right? So that's the full name of this particular parasite. Now we'll move on to the second one, which is Scabies Mite. Scabies Mite. Okay, so that's also another parasite which is dangerous to humans, and they are not deadly, but they definitely cause a lot of problems and bacterial infection and so on, right? Scabies mite is also known as Sarcoptes scabiei, and this is This also undergoes incomplete metamorphosis. So that means the nymph stage is going to look like the adult stage. Okay, so that's the similarity between these two. Now let's talk about the egg stage. Egg stage, will start with the egg stage right over here. So I'm going to bring the adult first. So this is mite larva. This is male adult. Mite adult. So this is how it looks like. You have 8 pair of legs, right? Now it can lay down 2 to 3 eggs per day. Location is basically it burrows under the upper layer of the skin, which is known as stratum corneum, and then from there it can basically lay eggs and put eggs in that particular layer. So because of that, if there is this particular ectoparasite, it's going to cause a lot of irritation, inflammation will be there, allergic reaction is going to be there, because you will have foreign antigens that are almost entered inside your skin. So it's going to burrow a tunnel where it can lay down 2 to 3 eggs per day. Appearance is microscopic. The eggs are oval in shape and transparent, and eggs can hatch within 3 to 4 days. So I need a new arrow, right? So from here, these eggs, they will hatch like this, and we'll have another stage, which is the larval stage. Appearance of the larva will be there. It will only have how many legs? 6 legs in this case. So the larval stage is smaller. The migration will happen. The larva leaves the parent site, which was in the skin, and then it's going to find a temporary molting pockets to feed and grow. Okay, so that's important point, and this stage will last long for 3 to 4 days. After that, you will have the nymph stage. This is the nymph stage. Okay, the above one was the larval stage, and this is the nymph stage. And as I told you, they will look like the adults. This slide is already looking so scary. I mean, look at these ectoparasites. Okay, so now this is the nymph stage, and nymph stage you can see this is very, very important to understand that transition of larva into, first it will happen to protonymph, and which then molts into tritonymph, and that tritonymph will have 8 legs right over here, and appearance it will be the smaller version of the adult. As I've told you, that incomplete metamorphosis will be there, right? Duration is 5 to 10 days it's going to take, and then adult stage will be there. After that, let's move right over here. All right, so this is the complete transformation of the nymph to the adult stage. And adult stage is basically, once there is the mating, the adult male is going to die shortly after the mating, and female again is going to start a new a site into the skin where it's going to burrow and deposit the eggs. After that, the same cycle continues. So lifespan is, adult female can live up to 1 to 2 months inside the skin, where it can lay eggs for the entire duration of her life, right? So this is very, very important, and it can also survive 48 to 72 hours away from the human skin. So that is another important point for this particular parasite. And the symptoms are usually, allergic reaction to these eggs. As I've told you that they're going to put these eggs in the human skin, so that will cause inflammation, irritation, allergic reactions. And that is one of the important symptoms, right, for this particular parasite. So I think we have covered another 2 important parasites, ectoparasites, and their detailed life cycle in this video, and we'll be bringing more parasitology based lectures for you, where we'll be studying parasites in detail. All right, stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and share the video with your friends. Thank you so much.